Alexis Nunes alongside Rob Dawson just to get some quick reaction on the news that Jose Mourinho is set to be the new Spurs manager. Rob, we even saw the picture and we said it looked Photoshop. It's such a weird feeling to see. So, what's your reaction on it? Did you see this coming?
I didn't see it happening as quickly as it has done. I think that it's developed very, very quickly in terms of Mauricio Pochettino leaving Spurs and then appointing Jose Mourinho almost immediately afterwards. I think in the longer term, perhaps the fact that Mauricio Pochettino isn't Spurs manager anymore is not a huge surprise. We were with him in the summer in Singapore, and there were obviously problems that he felt he was facing that weren't being dealt with. His mood has seemed to steadily decline since the summer, since that Champions League final with Liverpool. So perhaps not surprised that he's not the manager anymore, but very, very surprised that this has happened so quickly.
And just on that, just the fact that we know that he did speak out quite a bit to the media in the summer, just basically saying that, he probably wasn't getting the money he wanted to buy the players he wanted so that Spurs could eventually get that silverware. But when you look at some of the issues that Manchester United had with Jose Mourinho, it's kind of the same thing. So what's Jose thinking with this one?
Well, I think in terms of what Jose Mourinho was thinking, he was keen to get back into football. He was keen for a job in London. He now has both of those. He's back on the touchline and out of that pundit studio, which is what he wanted. In terms of whether he's going to get what he wants at Spurs, remains to be seen. He has had a lot of success at the clubs that he's been at before, but he has had to sign the players he's wanted. He wins trophies wherever he goes, but also he leaves a trail of almost destruction when he leaves these jobs. And people are saying the same things now as they were when he took over at Manchester United, that he would be successful, he would bring silverware back to Old Trafford, but it would end acrimoniously. And people are saying exactly the same things now he's taken over at Spurs.
And I just have to ask this one because we know that the Manchester United faithful will definitely want to ask it, or it's at least in the back of their mind. Does the fact that Mauricio Pochettino now, he's single again, back on the prowl, does that mean that the door is slightly open for him now to come to Manchester United with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer going out?
Well, like you said, that will be the question on a lot of Man United fans' lips. Obviously, there was a lot of links when Jose Mourinho left. He's a manager that is admired at Old Trafford. And Mauricio Pochettino will now hover over Manchester United until he gets a new job. It's very similar to the way that Jose Mourinho hovered over Louis van Gaal when Jose was sacked at Chelsea and Lou was the manager at Man United, and we all know how that turned out. Every bad result that United get from now on will be framed in the context of Mauricio Pochettino is available. If nothing else, it puts more pressure on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
All right, thanks so much there to Rob Dawson. So interesting times ahead, and we know that all eyes will be on a certain match this weekend. Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.